Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. We got a hell of a Wednesday upon us here. Let's grab ourselves a refreshment. Get that posture cranked up. This episode's brought to you by Prizepicks. It's so simple. Head to the App Store, download Prizepicks, pick more or less on your favorite players in the NBA, NHL, UFC for the chance to win 100 times your money. Available in states like Texas, California, and 30 more plus Canada. Deposit match with code TIMBO, all caps. Put in $100, get $100 free. We got UFC Saudi coming up this weekend, and I'll be posting my picks a little bit later this week. That's Prizepicks, code TIMBO. All right. We got the legendary Jason Mayhem Miller here, blessing us with his presence. Jason Miller is 6 foot, 185 pounds, 76-inch reach, and he has 23 wins and 10 losses. Jason, how you been, brother?
Buddy, I've been really good. Thank you very much for asking. A little bit of outdated information there. I'm a little chubbier than that. One would say I'm maybe a thick man.
You don't look like you got tits, or you don't look very super obese.
No tetas. No, definitely no tetas. But you know what I mean? I can feel that extra 20 when I'm in the gym. You know what I mean? Like, I feel it when I go with my young fighters. I'm like, damn, wish I could knock off a couple of these elbows. I'm feeling like Kevin James right now, you know?
So are you in the gym every day still?
Buddy, yes. I'm in the gym every day. You know, I got like 4 different gyms I coach out of and, you know, work with a wide variety of fighters from, you know, hell, now we got a 125 pounder now that I think about it, all the way up to heavyweights. So it's like I'm nonstop working, taking that glucosamine, you know what I mean? Getting the old man vitamins in me every day and trying to keep up with the kids. It's like a different life, you know? It's very strange when I know all the moves to do, but my body just ain't moving exactly the same. And it's something I never hear any fighters talk about, you know, as they get older, because guys just like evaporate into the mist. But, you know, hanging out in the gym all the time and working out real hard with the guys, you could definitely see the advantages of age.
So it sounds like you got some good routines going now. How's your sleep been? You sleep good?
Good. I mean, you know, it's like a weird lifestyle that you live where you got to catch those naps where you can, you know? And yeah, definitely a lot better sleep than I ever had before when I was out there in the boonies, you know what I'm saying? The crazy times.
What time you hit? What time you hitting the
Well,
sack
I hit
usually?
the hay. I try to hit the hay about 10 o'clock, but Tim Welch keeps me up on YouTube for another hour or 2 hours. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Your poignant analysis, I really appreciate it, bro.
Oh, fuck. Thanks, dude. So you go to bed.
Yeah.
You go to bed around 10, wake up around what time?
Try to get up about 6:49. I don't know. I end up waking up. I try to wake up around 7, get up around 9, you know, but it never happens. I'm always up about 7:45 and getting it going, you know, figure out what the hell the training, because the training schedule usually is 9:30 a.m. So, and I live in Los Angeles, so I got to go fist fight traffic before I fist fight any dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Are you big on coffee, or you been smoking the Mary J much?
Nah, no Mary J right now. Like, that's out of my, you know, circuit, because that affects my sleep a lot. So I'm just like completely off everything. Like, I'm a straight bone sober guy. A lot of people call themselves California sober. They'll be stoned as hell all the time. But for me, nah, I'm like completely washed of any substance besides Monster Energy drink.
Fuck yeah. So you still like the caffeine? Do you do coffee much or not usually?
Yeah, bud. I mean, if I can grab a Starbucks, oh my God. They have indoctrinated me into their stratosphere. I don't know how. I do know how. Back training in Atlanta, I remember these guys, like, I was just a young kid, and they were like, bro, we're going to Starbucks. And I was like, what the hell is Starbucks? And man, I never looked back.
What's your go-to order?
Oh, come on, Americano, you know what I mean? Some soy milk, because I'm not afraid of my masculinity.
Soy
and,
tits?
3 Splendors. Bro, I don't know where that, you know, that if you don't have enough testosterone to combat some soybeans, bro, you are not a real American. get out of here with this shenanigans. Everybody's talking about soy will give you tits. I ain't got no tits yet.
Big swollen nips.
I mean, do yours get sensitive when you drink soy, bro? Mine don't. I don't get it. I don't get where that thing. It must have come from like the milk. You know, it's like when they did that whole joke where, well, rollerblading, telling your parents gay. It's like it stopped an entire sport. You know, and it stopped kids from playing street hockey because they're afraid that they would get penis in the butt if they wore rollerblades. Come on, dude. Yeah. We're so weak around here where we just like everybody. If anybody makes a joke, you get insecure about your sexuality. You know, soy milk ain't that bad.
Yeah. So goddamn. So you've been clean sober for how long now?
Oh man, it's coming up on a year, huh? It's coming around to a year. I mean, look, if you had no marijuana for over a year, and then no drinking for like 9 months or so.
Was it the booze that was getting you?
Buddy, the booze was the root of my evil, dog. Because for me personally, when I start drinking, everything starts getting funny. And that includes getting in street fights, getting in arguments with everybody. I think it's hilarious. And, you know, that's the evil that really derailed my whole life. You know, I mean, there's a wide variety of substances that you know, you start taking when you start drinking. And for me, the big battle was with alcohol. And it's strange that I've become this, you know, advocate for sobriety where I'm like talking to dudes on Instagram and kind of helping people through and talking to people on Twitter to get their family members into rehab and this kind of thing. I never thought that Mayhem would be a force for sobriety, and I've become that because, you know, I wrecked my whole life with these kind of substances, and, you know, alcohol in particular was a really, you know, it's a difficult one to overcome for me, and it's so socially acceptable that, you know, it was like something to that was so, you know, easy to get caught up in. And for me, I just had to let that go, you know, like that was a big problem in my life. And I kept talking myself out of it being a problem. It was a problem, so I fixed it.
Was it a certain booze that got you going crazy, like White Claws or whiskey, or what was it?
White Claws. Listen here, man. Okay, all right. I'll tell you. You know what? Since it's you, Tim, I'll break it down. If I drank wild turkey, I would climb on the roof. I don't know why, but I would just climb on the roof every time without fail. If I drank tequila, get in a fight. I even said to people, do not give me tequila. And they said, oh, okay. Okay. And then they would come up with tequila, and then I would just get in a brawl. Like, it was like clockwork. There must be some engine in me, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And, you know, I don't know, beers, I would just get sloppy and stupid. You know, it's just, I just kept going through nightmares, you know, and I couldn't talk my way out of it. I had to go into like a rehab and like figure it out because I didn't have any coping mechanisms to deal with things other than drinking. So. And
the devil's lettuce, what did the devil's lettuce do to you?
I don't know. It would make me like creative, but not in the best way. You know what I'm saying? Oh. Like I would come up with some weird,
some weird shit.
Yeah, I would come up with some weird shit, and you know, I can't really talk too bad about it. It's not like life ruiner, but it definitely is a complacency tool where, you know, I said it before, the kitchen's on fire, but you're like, whatever, I'm on the couch, bro. Who cares?
Enjoy life.
Yeah. So, you know, I won't talk too bad about substances because, you know, I get it. People want to have their fun. But for me, somebody geared like I am, I don't know. I go on a wild one. You know, a dude named Mayhem. Who would have thought?
Yeah. So was the rehab was it pretty long?
Yeah, you know, it was like 3 months and the key about rehab, it's not so much the fact that you're separated from your substances and you know, get to take a long, hard look in kind of a boring, banal place. Because I went to rich guy rehab, and like that was like, you know what I mean, a little vacation, and I didn't take it very seriously. But then I went to ghetto rehab, and I said, dude, if I fall into it like these guys, what the hell? You know, you see other people, and you kind of like, remember Scared Straight? Like, you ever heard of that? It's like when they had like prisoners come and scream at dudes. And I guess that's what I'm doing now, is like I'm scaring some people straight and going, hey man, if you don't get your stuff together, you're gonna end up you know, a maniac. And for a good stretch I lived like a maniac, but I was also living in a kind of a underground society where I had to be a maniac. You know, I had, it was like required. It was like a prerequisite to live in the society that I lived in, which was like kind of lawless and underground, that you had to be, you know, anti-cop, and you had to be you know, you had to be a respect guy, and had to, you know, be the craziest dude. And I had to leave all that behind. It was not giving me what I wanted out of my life, you know. And now that I've like gotten straight and, you know, focused and determined, like all this good stuff's happening, all the fighters that I work with are coming up, you know, like we haven't had a loss in a while. It's like good, like, what do you call that, manifesting, you know? I don't know, I must have like a spiritual crystal up my ass right now, because good stuff keeps happening.
Yeah, I mean, you've got so much fucking knowledge in the game, and being able to give it back to the younger bucks, that's probably why a bunch of good shit's happening to you right now. So do you live with?
I hope so.
Do you live with do you got a girlfriend, or what do you got?
Buddy, I'm living right now, okay? I'll just tell you, transitional living. It's for guys who just got out of prison. It's very, I'm about to move to my own place, but it's funny that you caught me in this transitional period where I'm living in this space monkey house of, you know, there's some guys who are really getting it together, but there's some guys who you don't know if they're ever getting it together. So when you asked about my sleep schedule, I was laughing. Yeah. When you asked about my sleep schedule, I was laughing, because it's kind of tough to live in this house that's, you know, packed out. It's a nice house, Hope of the Valley, or Mission, I don't know, Mission of the Valley, I don't know. This program, it takes guys who are trying to get their life back together, and I'm glad to be a part of it. I'm really blessed, but it's tough, dude. It's tough. So right now, that's where I'm living. Like, that's how it is. And I haven't really talked about it, or, you know, it's not something that, you know, social media is this performative thing where you go, oh man, look how sweet my life is. And I've been putting up some Instagrams of like, yo, look at me, I live in the hood. Yeah. Because right now, that's where I live. I live in the hood, and it's wild, dude. I never thought my life would take such twists and turns as it has. And it has. It really has. But, you know, that's part of the journey, right?
Fuck yeah. And do they provide your meals there, or do you just kind of go wherever you want for your food?
Yeah, they do. But, you know, I try not to eat. Like this morning, oh, man. They conchas, they like some sweet bread. That was my breakfast. That's what they give us. That's what they gave us this morning. I was like, normally I don't eat that. Normally I got my oatmeal, you know what I mean? Some steel cut, and I go for it. But I saw those and I was like, whatever. I'm doing Tim Welch podcast. I'll just get all sugared up and get all hype, and here I am.
Yeah, they ate the sweet bread. So do they have any kind of rules? So lights out by 10 and they turn the Wi-Fi off or something?
Nah. It's, you know, it's not like that. They're not cruel and unusual there. Mm-hmm. It's like one of those things where, you know, it's not a sober living. Let me point that out. So you got guys that are, you can't do drugs there. You can't do drugs there. You can't drink there. But what you do when you're out, you can do whatever. And for me, I've used the opportunity to, like, I treat it like training camp. Like, I just been training. I go coach the guys. I go, you know, eat something healthy, and I come back lights out, you know. But there's other guys there. Their reality is much different. They go to their crappy job and they go get drunk and then they pass out, you know, like that's their choice. And, you know, it's one of those things where the program is what you make it. And I think that's how life is. Your life is what you make it. And if you are determined and work really hard towards a goal, then you can achieve great things. But if you hang back and just, do the bare minimum, you're going to get the bare minimum back.
Because how many surgeries have you had in your life?
Oh, man. I had like, what, 5, 6?
5, 6, and did you ever get hooked on
7 maybe? I don't know. I had a lot. Yeah, I had a lot. I've had a lot. I have, look, you gave my record at the beginning, but that's not indicative. Actually, I have a lot more fights. I have 50 pro fights, and some of those were, you come out unscathed, but some of them, even if you win, is like a car wreck. You're just like, you're beat up after. And on top of that, all those training camps that I did, and, it really puts a toll on your body, this sport. I don't think, the casual fan doesn't know. Because you see it up close and personal. You can have a horrific accident in training, and then, nobody sees that. Nobody realizes that how difficult it is to, with the toil that we put on our body.
Did you ever get hooked on pain pills?
I never, they never really appealed to me in the way that like liquor did. I guess you'd say, yeah, I used them for a while because I was real messed up after my career. But hooked, it's like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like being hooked on documentaries about, medieval England or something. It's like not that exciting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, so yeah, I never hooked on them.
Yeah, well, that's good. What age were you? So what age were you where you made your first like decent little paycheck? Say maybe over 10K.
Yeah, pretty early, like when I was like 23 or 24.
Like first Tim Kennedy or?
Yeah, Kennedy, I made a good chunk of change. And the second Kennedy fight, I made a real good return because Mark Cuban threw that fight, and we sold a good amount of tickets. It was like I had like a piece of the gate, I think. So, and I did a lot of promotion for that fight. So yeah, it was yeah, man, money. It was fun.
After you'd get your first like little chunks of change, what would you do? Would you just go crazy and party hard, or what would you treat yourself to?
Nah, during the during that era, like, see, that's funny that this ties in because you're asking me all about kind of addiction stuff. People think that, oh, okay, you just get addicted to stuff like right off the bat, or you don't. Nah, man, as you get older, those kind of things like crop up, so I would go out and party like the weekend or whatever, and then I'll be back in the gym on Monday. Like throughout most of my career, I like would get right back in. I was very disciplined during my career, where I would just have like a little fun and then back to training. No matter what, win or lose, I'll be back in the gym in a week at the most. But
so you were
usually like
pretty addicted to getting better at martial arts, or because jiu-jitsu was your first love, right?
Yeah, I would say that. Yeah, in my family, we just call that wrestling. A triangle, that was leg scissors. Modified leg scissors, and we just did wrestling. My whole the mixed martial arts world was kind of this thing where it was just a transference of skills that I already was using. So when I got into jiu-jitsu, I mean, that was something that I already did. That sleeper hold just got turned into a rear naked choke, Did
you ever have any good times and some crazy stories when you were fighting in Dream? Asian women?
So many, bud. So many, man. I don't know. Japan is a whole different world where, like people would like touch me on the subway to see if I'm real. They would just, thought you were a character? Like poke me. Sorry?
They thought you were just like a character out there?
I mean, I don't know. Like, with all respect to Japanese people are weird. Like, they're a different kind of human. And they they have like a different thought process. Like in America, people, will go nuts for celebrities or whatever, but over there in Japan, it's like a whole different level. They view you as some anomaly. Yeah.
Was it easy to pick up chicks?
It was easy to bang chicks, but to get a girlfriend, it was pretty difficult.
Yeah.
You had to put in some effort, and if you wanted a real girlfriend, you had to kind of be disciplined and show your value as a man. Not they understand. There's a different thought about sexuality over there. They're not so I don't know. Over here, there's more shame or whatever about sex, but relationships are you got to work at them a little more. It's
so Japanese puss.
Style.
So it wasn't that hard to get the Japanese puss.
I mean, yeah, because you can bang randos that they're down, especially kind of groupie chicks and
Harry
you
Bush.
You could just Harry Bush is a different level, huh? I didn't know we were going this far, but yeah, there's the Harry Bush is in style over there. It's like 70s night over there every night.
Jason, let me ask you a question.
This is Joe Diesel Riggs. If he's joined us.
Joe Riggs, but
What's
I
up,
can't
buddy?
see on the screen over here.
I
can't see you guys.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hell
you can't even
Joe
see us?
Riggs, we love you, bud.
You can't see
I can't
us?
even see you guys.
Oh, shit.
I'm looking into the camera, but your producer told me looking at the camera. My
Yeah.
producer over here is looking at the camera. So I'm looking dead down. You right now, I'm talking to Hal from 2001 Space Odyssey right now. And yeah, so that's the way, little behind the scenes for the viewers at home.
Well, Joe has blessed us with his presence.
Yeah,
here.
I just
Hell yeah,
staggered in.
Joe.
What's up, man?
We love you, bud. We love you,
man.
bud. You're a legend in the game.
You as well, my friend. Well, did you feel like you had just a monster dong down there? Because they're all.
Well, he's one of those skinny guys with a big old dong.
you just assume.
Yeah.
Were they in love with it? Did they?
Bro, listen,
give some stories about that.
guys, you just look. I don't want to take your erotic fan fiction to the next level. All right, I'm gonna let something to the imagination for the viewers out there.
It's gonna be. They're gonna put the bad thought in there.
So Jason,
No, but I would say, I'll satiate your little sexual fantasies. Yes, you know what I mean. I had some. Look, I rolled it one time. All right, here's a little bit of tasty
give some
viral
juice.
moment for you. One time we went to a sponsor. The sponsors are taking you guys to this place. I said, okay, great. We went in, and it's Chris Tucker, Jackie Chan scene where it's just a room full of women.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was that. And my dumb ass didn't know what was going on. So I'm like, oh, wow, what's all these girls here for? And the other fighters went sprinting to go. They're like, go grab two. And I'm like, two what? I'm like, two what? I'm standing there like an idiot going, to what? To what? And then my man,
two women, you idiot.
yeah, my bad. I'm just outing everybody now. My bad.
Right.
Jesus.
Don't worry about
what
that.
What is it about this room? But yeah, they're just ran by me, almost knocked me over to go grab two hands, and I'll say, oh, whoops. So, I got in there before, all the dregs were just left, but the dregs were beautiful. So
The dregs?
Yeah, it was wild. You know what I'm saying? Like the bottom of the barrel.
Oh,
but
God,
the bottom of the
frightened
barrel
me.
was still.
I thought you said drag queens.
bonitas.
Oh
yeah,
I swear that would have.
that was Thailand, bro. That's a whole different place.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yep.
When in Rome.
Those are they really look like girls, girly boys down there. That's
There's some hot ones. It's
Ray
scary.
Elby was pounding on a couple down there.
Oh God.
Yeah, he choked him just to get rid of the
brings up
apple.
some weird, that's some weird
sexuality
sexuality questions right
Oh
there.
yeah, you're gay. There's no question about it. You're gay. Yeah.
Even if the chick is hotter than your girl at home.
Yes, because if you're
okay.
if you're choking her just to hide the Adam's apple, that's when you know that's bad.
Jason, how did Bully Beatdown end up coming to play? Who contacted you for that to be the host?
Well, a fantastic producer who did a lot of great shows. The Apprentice. This guy Eric Van Wagenen found me on YouTube. I know you guys are big on YouTube, YouTube was like in like 2006 or something. I was already doing YouTube and kind of being like this wacky character in mixed martial arts already. And they reached out to me out of nowhere, just like found me on MySpace or some ridiculousness, and just said, "Hey, dude, we got this thing." And I was making so much money and having so much fun in Japan that I wasn't quite interested until they said, no, you can be funny. This is a opportunity for you to like be funny and, do your thing, man. And I was like, oh, okay. So I went in there and, did a few lines and read the
script,
the outline of the thing. It wasn't really a script. It was like bullet points of what you're gonna, how the show is formatted. Mm-hmm. And I did that, and they were like, dude, please come back. And I said, all right, cool. And suddenly, I was on set with chasing down, in the original show, it was like I would go to people's house, or I would show up at, escape ramp, or I would show up wherever the hell the bully was and call him out. And so it was just a weird whirlwind, of suddenly I'm doing this weird ass show. And, it really set my life off in a strange trajectory where I'm doing like, hosting a show. So
that was a great show, man. That was a great show.
I know. Yeah. It's a really big, I'm very humbled by all the love that it got. It got a resurgence, I guess, during the pandemic. People like found it again, and they I'm just getting shout outs, and all the champions and all the, the guys coming up right now were like Bully Beatdown kids. And they're like, now it's a whole new era where I get to like, I'm grown up now and get to be like watching the guys who I taught mixed martial arts become champions. It's very, very fun, man. That's very humbling.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. So who you got? You keep up with the boxing shit at all? Who you got? Jake Paul versus Mike Perry. Who you think's gonna get the W?
Dude, why? Isn't Mike Perry like a 70-pounder? Like Jake Paul is a monstrosity. He's like, you know what I mean? He's like 240 pounds right now. It looks like
he's taller, but Mike's put more together.
I think he's about 6 foot. They say he was weighing 230. I think he was really trying to beef up for that Mike Tyson heavyweight bout.
Yeah,
but I think the fight's going to be at 185 pounds.
Okay.
Jason, it's glove boxing.
If it was MMA, I mean, Jake Paul probably would be a 170er.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not that huge, but I'm curious. Some footage came out of Mike Perry sparring a little bit, and he's floating his chin. He's looking a little bit more sloppy with the boxing gloves. I mean, bare knuckle is the sport for that guy.
Yeah, he's tough.
Yeah.
He's tough as fuck.
So boxing match.
Yeah, I think boxing match he'll lose.
I don't think Jake Paul has gotten to where he is today by taking dumb fights. I think that this opponent is kind of hand selected because they see something that Jake Paul can exploit. And I think the size differential and making a jab and making straight punches and keeping him on the outside and then outlasting him will probably be the strategy for Jake Paul. And I think that he could probably do that over 10 rounds or however. Is it 10? It's probably 10. So, I don't know. I think that Jake Paul will maybe edge that one out, maybe by decision. But Mike Perry is real tough. I hate to pick against him. He's like one of those guys who he comes with those bungalows, he comes with the over hooks and hooks over the guard and that kind of thing. So it seems like he's a great opponent for Jake Paul, but I don't know. I think the size differential and as far as that 10 rounds is going to wear on Mike Perry. Did
you see Nick Diaz is back in action?
I heard that. That's strange, dude.
Versus a tough fight too. Very tough fight. Vicente Luque. Yep.
Yeah, I didn't know, and Helen Yee told me that during the interview, and I said, "Oh wow." I thought it's kind of time for him to hang him up, but God bless him. Good luck, and I hope that he doesn't get injured too bad because this is a very difficult challenge. That young buck that he's fighting is a serious contender. Like,
and 5 rounds.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's a long time to put your body through that pain. And Nick Diaz, he's Nick Diaz. He's a great fighter, but like I was saying at the beginning of this, that age, it's hard to overcome. You know, it's it's one of those things where we don't have the technology yet to like completely fix that.
Kicking the shit out of me.
Well, especially, I mean, Nick, he's got to eat a few too to give a few, and it's fuck.
He ain't got that. He ain't got that thing in him still he used to have. You know?
Yeah. So what kind of hobbies you do besides training your fighters and shit? What kind of shit do you do just to enjoy yourself?
But you know what? That's funny because
completely
I was
sober.
I was trying to think, like, what do I do? About my whole life is mixed martial arts. Like the other day, I was like, yeah, I was watching some like self-help guru. He's like, yeah, you should really explore your hobbies. I'm like, dude, what are my hobbies? I'm just like a fight guy all the time. You know what? I do break away and get on that Xbox every once in a while. Mayhem Worldwide. I try to get on there, you know, and you know, I'll get on some Call of Duty, but for the most part, yeah, my life is inundated with getting up, go train, you know, hold the pads, you know, wrestle with this guy. It's all encompassing. It's like blood in, blood out, right? It's
so you don't watch many shows, 90 Day Fiance or nothing.
Nah,
you're missing out, bud. You're missing the fuck out. Especially the 1,000-Pound Sisters. Fucking
1,000-Pound Sisters is good.
You know, here's my thing. I don't even watch podcasts, or I watch podcasts about podcasts. What's wrong with me, bro? Like, you know what I mean? I have totally jumped the shark, bro. I watch shows that break down other shows.
I do that shit too. That's fun.
You know, I'm like addicted to that. Like, how do I watch shows about shows that give me the show in bites, like quick, you know, shows for dummies? I don't know. There's something wrong with me, bro. I guess I'm just infected by the ADHD mind virus, and I'm constantly, you know, jumping to the next thing.
So are you currently looking for a female girlfriend,
no. I'm not looking. I mean, you know, I've got somebody close to my heart, you know, so it's like.
So you have a girlfriend?
Why are you trying to hook me up with somebody? Is that what you're?
Well, I mean, I'm curious. Right, is there puss on the mind, or do you got a little pocket puss at the joint? You're saying?
Pocket puss. I love it.
No, I'm not that dirty a dog anymore. You know,
what's wrong with the pocket puss, man?
When I was younger, I was slanging it around, bro. When I was younger, I was slanging it around. These days, that's not my priority. It's a whole different lifestyle these days.
When you get older, your dick kind of shames you. If you get done roughing something up,
listen, bro. As fast as you could turn off Pornhub, you do.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Like
good for you. Yeah.
X out of that box immediately and just feel disgusted at yourself.
Yeah. Well, delete the cookies first. Delete the cookies first.
Why does the evil infect me?
Oh, yeah.
Please, Lord, take this off of me. Why can't I stop jerking off into this blanket?
Yeah, I feel you.
The blankets, you're a savage. Why not just drag off a sock and fill that bad boy up? Yeah.
Oh, crusty ass blanket.
Lisa just picked up a sock and was disgusted. I was embarrassed. I couldn't believe she was that angry over a stiff sock. I've been married for 18 years on June 16th, and she wants to throw some guff over a jizzed on sock. How dare her?
So did you guys see the MMA veteran, local to AZ here, Shannon Ritch, ended up shooting a fella last week here in Arizona. The guy was chasing him around with a knife, and Shannon went to his rig.
Shannon was backing out. He was backing out of his car, and then his car was parked behind him. He was getting out. There was like four guys, one girl, and he gets out and he goes, guys, can you move? And some guy's flipping him off, and he's like, why are you flipping me off? And the guy gets out with a knife. Shannon's backing up around his car, and then Shannon reaches inside his car. He had a Glock 40, which is a big caliber gun. He's pointing at him, and Shannon wasn't war. He said he's done things over there, but he pulled the trigger, shot the guy in the throat, and he bled out.
In the throat?
Yeah. Ooh. Which tells you he was nervous, and he just didn't shoot for the center mass, but he still shot him, and then they arrested him, took him down to the precinct, and he gave his statement, and it matched up with the video and the video and then the people's what they're saying. So they let him off.
So you're supposed to usually aim for center mass.
Yeah.
Huh?
Mm-hmm. He was pretty close.
A dude named the Cannon shot a man.
Yeah.
That's the headline right there. Damn.
Dude,
Shannon the Cannon.
And the guy that Shannon shot was in prison for he was in jail for assault with a deadly weapon too. So I mean, when I was talking to Shannon, he was for sure the guy was going to stab him. So
shit.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, that's the key, right? Is like you got to say, I feared for my life, and then cap the guy in the neck. Yeah, I get it.
Step by
That's a
step.
good strategy.
Hey, dude,
Oh,
congratulations
man, that's a shame.
on being sober, man. That's huge.
yeah, it's fucking awesome.
Hey, bud, it's a weird, I'll take that. Thank you very much because, for me, I couldn't see that I had a problem.
Yeah, well,
And,
dude,
like,
let me ask you
now-
that. I don't even know. I've known you for a long time. You've always been a good guy. And then when I saw that, because I've had a problem with drugs, that, and then my heart goes out to you. So I don't really know everything. If you don't mind telling me, what do you mean you don't think you had a problem?
No, bro, because like when you're in it, you blame everything else.
Okay.
Like you go, oh, I got arrested because the cops are assholes and whatever. But when you're all fucked up, you don't realize that you're fucking up.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, it's like one of those things where your brain talks itself into, because you feel good when you start getting going. You know what I mean? When you first get going, and you have to like come to the understanding that, hey, bud, all your problems are because of this. And when your mind is talking itself
Out
in
of it?
circles where you're going, oh, no, the problem, it wasn't that I was drunk. It was the problem was X, Y, and Z. And it's easy to do. It's something that's, there wouldn't be any rehabs if everybody could just go, oh, whoops, I got drunk and I messed up. My bad. No, that's not how it works. You sober up and then you come up with all these reasons why things were messed up that totally ignored the problem, the real problem. And for me, I finally like woke up to it and I figured it out and went, oh, okay, let me get this straight. And anybody who's trying to jump into that boat where you're like, leave that behind you, the first step is to recognize that it's a problem. And that's the hardest step. That's the hardest thing to get over, because if you're so used to doing something and it's such a habit that, every time you have a problem, you go back to that, you'll keep going back to it until you disrupt it, until you disrupt that initial thing and go, okay, here's the problem. Let me start working on it. And then when you start working on it, it's going to call you back. It's going to call you back. And even now, after about, coming up on a year, it's still tries to convince me. Yeah, it still calls me. But the big thing is, and this is good that we're talking about it, is to talk it all the way through. They call it play the tape forward. You like go, okay, let me get some beers. But then what happens on Friday? Oh, get some shots. And then what happens on Saturday? Oh, and then I'm drinking whiskey. And then what happens on Saturday night? Oh, I'm in a fist fight. There you go. I talked myself through it, and I kind of like read the roadmap, and I go, nah, I don't even want to take that road. So yeah, it's weird. Like craving is something that passes you by pretty quick if you just avoid like those key situations: hungry, angry, lonely, tired.
Lonely.
These are like lonely is a big one, right? Lonely, you're living in the big city and you're not like, you don't have like the real connection.
What comes next is boredom.
Jacking it.
Yeah, and then you're bored. Yeah, you're bored, and then what happens? You gotta figure it out. Everybody is different, and everybody has to, fight their own fight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For me, it's much different than someone else. I can just talk about my experience, and my experience is if I can just talk myself through it, like go, oh, okay, well, what's going to happen if I start getting messed up again? Well, probably nothing good. So that's how I figured it out.
Being wise.
That makes me so happy, man. It's huge for you. It's life-changing.
Yeah, man. Thank you, bud.
All right,
yeah, it's good. It's so strange to be Mayhem talking about, not getting fucked up. Don't do it, kids.
Okay, we'll end with this. UFC 303 next weekend. We'll get Mayhem's picks real quick. We got Alex Pereira versus Jiri Prochazka for the light heavyweight title.
Oh my, hey, bro, I've been waiting to hear what you say about that one, because what it has what I want to know is, Poatan, has he been in training camp? Or has he just been doing his stone face and banging chicks? You know what I'm saying? Like, because I know Jiri is a weirdo where he's like constantly training. And I saw one of your videos recently. Dude, I think that I'm part of his gang, bro. When I was in Poland for 3 months, we were singing "Who Nick Vasava" or this rugby club, right? And we're part of that whole gang, dog. Like, I think I might be in his gang, bro. Without even trying. I know. Because we were planning on going to a 30 versus 30 fight with some guys in a park. And I was like, oh, man, this is crazy, bro. And they're like, yeah, we're going to go fight the other fans. And I'm like, oh, man.
Fans versus fans. That's good.
Yeah, bro. Like, they get down over there because they ain't no pistols, you know? So nobody's worried about anybody shooting everybody at the fight. So everybody goes to the park and just gets it on out, just works it on out.
Is there a lot of stabbings or no?
So, no. I mean, look, it's a little more regimented out there. They don't just stab each other. A fist fight is a fist fight. In Europe, they don't have guns, so
yeah.
Everybody just gets down. I respect that.
Oh yeah.
Well, okay. So back to the fight. Okay, cool. I think Alex might not be ready for the onslaught that comes on, bro. You know what? I'll just say Jiri. So if I'm right, everybody's like, "Oh, he's a sage wisdom." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if not, he wasn't supposed to win anyway.
Yeah.
You know, I want to see Jiri do good. It's a badass fight. They kind of saved the card with that. Oh, Conor McGregor's out on rehab duty or something. I don't know what he's after, and they're not telling us. So, you know, hopefully that main event just goes off. What about the undercard? What do you got? And what do you think, Tim? Come on, man.
Dude,
hit me with it.
If you watch some of Jiri, he throws so hard. He throws from his hips. He squares up his stance all the time. He's so reckless. He very easily could clip Pereira, but Pereira's so sharp. He's got good balance all the time. He's such a good counter puncher. I think there's a good chance Pereira probably clips him, knocks him out again.
Oh, all right. You're going Pereira. That's the safe bet. Well, what do you think, Riggs?
Last time I branched out and made quite a fool of myself.
Come on, do it again, bro.
All right, let's go with Jiri again. Let's go ahead and do that.
Yep.
Yeah, we're making fools of ourselves with Jiri.
Yeah, you're part of the gang now, too.
I do enjoy making a fool of myself. I'll be honest with you.
That's all good. Hey, bro, they'll just edit the clip out. Like, you know what I mean? If we're right, we're right, bro. Yeah, we'll just put that clip up there. Like, well, we knew the whole time.
Yeah,
you know?
the old vets.
That man bun gives them. That samurai man bun gives them special powers.
Okay, we got Ian Garry versus Michael Venom Page.
Dude, this is a weird one. Yeah, I don't know. You know, it's like if I'm in Gary's corner, I'm like, hey, bud, let's wrestle this guy because his jiu-jitsu is, you know what I mean? Like he's got maybe a stripe or two on that white belt, it seems like. But every time he's on the ground, he looks like a fish out of water, you know?
Bucking around.
But get him to the ground is a whole nother story. The guy is lanky and weird and wiggly. And, you know, you think the guy stands sideways, you'll catch a nice single leg. But, dude, he, like, wiggles out of it every time. So, I don't know. I'm kind of edging towards Page, but I'd like to see Gary do something, you know?
Yeah, I mean, in Ian Garry's last fight versus Neil Magny, he backed up the whole time, and Michael Venom Page isn't the type of guy to stalk people down and pressure them. So I feel like there was a potential for it to be a boring fight, throwing a couple punches.
You mean like it's going to be a point karate match? That's what you're saying.
That's what I'm thinking.
So you know what, and that kind of plays into Venom Page's game. So if it becomes a point karate fight, I mean, the point karate guy is going to win.
Yes.
Right?
And then who else? Damn, Andrei Arlovski's still at it. 45.
Get out of here.
45 years old.
He was on Bully Beatdown. He smashed the guy.
Jeez.
Yeah.
He's still rumbling.
Wait. But you know what? And that kind of speaks to like the thinness of the heavyweight division and just the longevity and toughness of Andrei Arlovski. Like that guy is just a monster, just made of different stuff like pure Russian steel. That guy's still going. It's amazing.
Who's he fighting?
Yeah, I'm trying to take a peek at his record lately.
What season did Arlovski fight on Bully Beatdown?
Hell, I don't know. Yeah, three. Like, we got him on the third and final season of Bully Beatdown.
Yeah, it was the same season that I was the same
Yeah.
one. That was the one when you
yeah.
took off your shirt and started beating on that guy, wasn't it?
Yeah. That was a fun one. Yeah, that
People
was
think people always ask me, they think it was fake. I'm like, I get angry. It wasn't fake. I swear.
fake.
What was the?
I mean, look. By season 3, those guys were acting kind of.
I wasn't
they
acting.
knew how to act, but dude, there wasn't nothing fake about that ass whooping
Yeah.
you put on that guy.
No.
There wasn't nothing fake about it. Yeah.
Sure, it's that's people thought that was fake. I didn't know. I was like, the guy I was beating on, the guy was screaming, and I was like, well, maybe it is. Who knows?
What fighter struggled most with the bully? Like,
But
just
what was
couldn't
that?
get him out of there.
It's Thomas Denny. he couldn't get him out of there.
No. I'll say this. I don't think Thomas Denny
He didn't tap him out
understood.
or it didn't finish.
Oh,
He didn't even, but here are two things about that, right? Thomas Denny didn't really understand what exactly he was supposed to do. He just was trying to put on like a good show. And on top of that, that big Russian bully was just like in the grappling rounds, he just stalled and hung on and made for the boringest episode. He knew the game. Like, he had already figured it out. He hacked the system. He said, if I could just stall for the first round, I'll make $5,000. And if I just like put my hands up for the second round and stall, then I'll make $5 more. And you know what I mean? He figured it out. Meanwhile, Thomas Denny was dancing on the guy. I'm like, bro, get to work or I got to pay this guy another 5 Gs. Jesus Christ. You know?
Because you're coaching half the time, too. You're trying to tell people what, like do something. You're not right, giving them, corner advice, but basically, I remember you're trying to tell them to hurry and pick it up, putting the guy away.
Well, see, a lot of the times I was telling the guys to maybe I told you, hey, bro, don't knock the guy out real quick.
Yeah.
Okay. We need a show. We got 22 minutes to fill. So, take it easy. You know what I mean? Like, carry the guy a little bit.
For sure.
But,
Have they talked to you about coming doing it again?
Everybody is jazzed up. I'd like to make a kind of a different show. I have a concept for it, so I'm trying to work on that. But everybody, the Bully Beatdown love is strong.
Stronger than it's ever been, you
strong.
think? You think it's stronger than when it first came out?
Maybe, yeah. It's a weird thing where there's some nostalgia throwback where everybody's all jazzed up and wants to do it again.
Back when life was
and
fucking
I'm like,
normal.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
How about this fight? This is an interesting one we got coming up. It's a little bit later, Bobby Green versus Paddy Pimblett. Who you got there?
Bobby Green.
That's cool, man. I'm gonna have to go with Bully Beatdown alum Bobby Green. Mm-hmm. Even though Paddy Pimblett is hot, he's on fire. He's like one of those guys where, he's kind of got that O'Malley energy where everybody's chatting about him and everybody's excited about his style. Look, if that turns to a wrestling match, I think that, Bobby Green can get some ground and pound off. And, he's just one of those intense guys. I think that maybe he can carry it over, but I haven't watched enough Paddy Pimblett to give you like a real analysis. I just know the hype behind Pimblett is Paddy Pimblett. Paddy Pimblett?
It's a terrible
Pimblett.
name.
What a great name. That's a great name because it's hard as shit to say. But yeah, the hype behind him is real. Everybody's getting behind him. And that can do a lot of things for a fighter, It can get you real hyped, But then again, you smell your own farts a little too much, You get pink eye.
So Andrei Arlovski, his record right now is 34-23, and he's on a 3-fight losing streak. So this might be his last hoorah right here. Martin Boudet.
Got him a can.
Yeah, I don't know Martin, but I wish
anybody
him
knows
luck.
Martin.
45.
He's 45.
Okay, so dude, Jason, thanks so much for coming on, brother. That was phenomenal.
Thank you for having me. God bless you guys, man. It's really an honor to be on here. You guys are kicking ass on the internet. I really appreciate you having me on.
Fuck yeah, everyone! Are you on the socials much or not really?
Yeah, Mayhem Miller. Yeah, I jazz up on there. Facebook not so much. I try to get on there. I gotta hire a team to be honest. I'm not that good. I gotta figure out somebody. So if you want to work for me, reach out.
So you scroll the TikTok much? Bro, sit in your house and scroll the TikTok?
I've been on there. I got Mayhem Miller MMA on there because I think the transgender Mayhem Miller took my yeah. There's one, bro. You don't know this?
No.
Oh man.
No.
Yeah, it's a famous drag queen on RuPaul's Drag Race. Me and her been fighting for domain names for years. Her. Her, drag queens, her, I don't know.
I mean, come on.
No,
I
they
respect
don't
their
really play
pronouns.
correct. They're men. They're men.
Hey.
They got dongs. God. Like, they scare me.
Push that thing out the way. Rizz, get to work.
Yeah,
Put it in your belt. Hammer away.
talking.
Gosh dang.
All right, Mayhem. We'll talk to you soon, brother. Thanks so much.
Hell yeah.
Later,
God
bro.
bless
It's good
guys,
seeing you, man.
See you, brother.
Yeah, likewise.
Like you just went into the Japanese parlor and they let you pick out of the women. There we go.
My face at the Japanese parlor was like this, like, what is going on?
What? They got so much.
I was
hair.
like Travolta. I was Travolta, like confused Travolta. I was
How
like,
about, how about
what is this
the
place?
face when you see the Japanese bush?
Yeah.
Oh, I was like,
Well, maybe.
That's funny. Nice.
All right, brother. See you later.
God bless you, man.
All right, we're back in action here. We got Joe Diesel Riggs in the house, thankfully. He woke up a little late. Did you eat a little? You ate a little bit too much snacks. You were surfing the TikTok a tad too late last night.
I went to sleep. Oh, shit. I went to sleep.
You can have one more. It's a little skinny one, so it won't hit you hard here. So that's good seeing Jason Mayhem Miller because he was that dude was up to some shit when he'd get boozed up. So he said it was alcohol was his main thing.
Is that what he said?
That would make him just go fucking crazy because he's had some shit because there was tons of things coming out, him doing crazy shit, and to see him healthy is fucking good.
Fuck yeah, I mean, I felt. Did you see that one picture on YouTube? It's like a close up of his face. He looked bad, you know. And to see him come, it makes me happy because he's he's not like a friend of mine. But I've known him for just like you, but he's still
someone like that too, who's like, his name, he's known for being crazy mayhem, so everyone meets him, expects that, and then he starts defining himself as this crazy fucking guy, and then when he drinks, he gets wild. So thankfully, he's
fuck yeah,
healthy up. So what'd you do all night last night? Let's see that stress. Let's see that phone history. Have you been stressed?
Fuck yeah, man. Fuck yeah.
I bet
more than I've ever in my life.
Why?
My boy, man. My boy's fucking. He's got to get something in his brain.
How did you find out about that?
When we went to Montana. We went to Montana. Joey he went. We met some guys. He went out fishing with them, and then he got spinal meningitis. And then at the same time, they discovered he had a pseudotumor, which just means that it's not made of like tissue mass, it's like water or something. But anyways, it makes the pressure build up in his brain, like the cranial pressure and his spinal cord pressure. So my son's already got horrible white coat syndrome. He gets freaks out in the hospital. So bringing him in there for spinal taps are terrible. So then he can't regulate the pressure on his back on his own. So his back and his cranium. So he gets horrible headaches like for months. And then so they have to put a shunt in his brain that in a tube that goes down to his stomach to dump that. And then
So that's got to be a scary fucking surgery.
Yeah.
We're gonna have the GoFundMe in the link in bio. Can we make sure?
I'm gonna. They set that up. I'm just gonna leave it there so people can get it back because I'm not.
But dude, still, I mean,
I have the money to pay for it. That's
I know.
the thing. You don't.
So you don't want us to share the link?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. I mean, that's fucking scary, dude. People are bitching about the shit you're bitching about. But when your kids are unhealthy, or someone you love is unhealthy, that's fucking scary.
Because he's a big boy, you know, and he had to go like on Thursday. We had to get him a spinal tap, and I've had those. They suck. You have to get a needle. They have to drive a pretty thick needle through your back into your spinal cord to drain to test how much the pressure is, and he just loses it. And it's fucking terrible. He's still a kid, you know. Even though he's big, people think he's a man. He's not.
Yeah, fuck, bro. Well,
yeah, it's all right. Times like this define who you are as a person.
Fucking, that's true. God, I just can't even imagine with your baby.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to ask this one to Mayhem too, but this was a good little quote that I read. It says, "Mastery requires a lot of practice, but the more you practice something, the more boring and routine it comes. Thus, an essential component of mastery is the ability to maintain your enthusiasm. The master continues to find the fundamentals interesting." It's pretty good.
That's true.
I mean, it's pretty fucking good, especially in MMA. You see all these reels, you see all these crazy things. People want to do all the fancy moves in jiu-jitsu. They've only been doing jiu-jitsu for a month or two. They're trying to do all this fancy shit.
You find that more striking or jiu-jitsu? People try to do fancy stuff.
Both. Probably both. People are trying to do fancy shit, fucking cruising around with their cool angles, spin, switching stances, like, and compared to learning how to sit there, throw 1,000 fucking power jabs, boom, pushing off your back foot, thousands of just clean right hands, balance good, whipping it back to your face, turning it over last second, like those little reps of the simple fundamentals.
Exactly what the quote says, you know, just, yeah, there's no real, I mean, there's no shortcut to get there, you know, to be good at something. That's for sure.
Oh, you point that one down at your face there.
This one?
Yeah, there we go. Oh, yeah, that's pretty good. Kade Ruotolo had his MMA debut. Kade Ruotolo is this kid. I don't know if you know him. No. He's just a young kid. He's probably, him and his brother got to be top 3, top 4 grapplers in the world. He's got his brother who's similar age. He's 21 years old. Like, fucking good athletes and competitors. And he had his MMA debut against a pretty dangerous opponent, Blake Cooper, who's Ray Cooper's little brother.
Oh, Ray Bradley Cooper.
Yep. Ray Cooper, it's his brother, Blake Cooper.
I'm that old. I was talking about his father.
But the kid, but really?
Yeah.
But so the dad fought and all the boys fight?
Yeah, Ray Bradley Cooper from Hawaii.
Yeah.
I'd fought on Super Bowl with him, Roman the Rock.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. So this Blake Cooper kid, you know he's skilled. And he came out there skilled. Came out there, this Hawaiians always crack hard. They're explosive, fast twitch. And Kade came out with a good pace. He didn't panic. That guy wasn't going out of there easy. He didn't just force himself into a shot just like he was. He stayed calm, nice and patient, hands up, stayed he just stayed dialed. What was getting the fight done? He took his back and face cranked him.
What was Ray Cooper's record? Was it
Blake Cooper? He was 2-1.
2-1.
2-1 professional. So good for Kade Ruotolo. I'm excited to watch those brothers keep fighting. This is an interesting little thread here on Twitter. Ben Smith says the best thing to do when you make good money is invest in your health. Without it, you are nothing. Here's the ultimate list of 26 health purchases for elite performance and longevity. Blood testing is one of them. Finding out what you're lacking, finding out probably what your hormones are looking like, what you're missing. They're going to tell you what you need to change in your diet.
Have you got that? Is it just the blood test that the guy's talking about?
Yeah, you blood test, and then they go over everything, what are healthy levels and what aren't, because you could be doing some shit or eating some shit that you think's healthy, but it's causing your whole body inflammation.
I'd love to know if I'm sure there's several things that's fucking slowly killing me.
Yeah, maybe we'll get it checked out.
Stop smoking. I got to stop doing
that. Smoking what? Ciggies? Yeah. Red-colored light bulbs. Red stimulates the production of melatonin. Melatonin is the sleep hormone. Your brain releases more of it as darkness falls and release less when you're exposed to light. Air purifier. Air purifiers eliminate airborne particles such as dust, allergens, mold, spores, pet dander, and some are proven to filter bacteria and viruses. I do have some good air filters at home because fucking AZ is dusty.
Yeah,
especially with the horse property.
You, huh?
It doesn't bother me too bad.
When you first got out of here, did it?
Yeah,
it's dry as fuck.
My poodles are fluffy, so they bring in dirt, so having good air filters is good. Nutrition, get your groceries from the highest quality supermarket or farmer's market in your area. Opt for antibiotic-free meat. Eat seasoned fruits and veggies, obviously. Improve your water game. Either get the best filtration system and remineralize with electrolytes or get spring water delivered to you. Drinking quality water is a huge life upgrade. This is true hydration. Good quality salt and honey for your hydration also. What do you do? Just sit in the shower and just suck from that water? That's the only water you drink.
The more he talked, I just felt worse and worse about myself.
That's the only time Joe drinks water. He's in his shower twice a week.
Oh, that's fucking good. True. Very true. I drank out of a gutter when I was a kid, and that's forever bothered me.
I remember when it's like, dude, Joe, I need you to drink this 1.5 gallons or 2 gallons today. I need you to do it, or you have to cut 20 pounds. You need to get extra hydrated. And I look, and it's been like fucking damn near the whole day, and he's a quarter of it's gone. He's like, no, I'm sipping it. I'm like, bro, fuck.
I don't know why. It's cold. Obviously, cold water is bothering.
What is that?
Water.
Oh, that's just water. Good.
Yeah. What kind of filtration system you got?
No, a good one.
Yeah, I saw
a good one. Yeah. Okay, high quality cacao. Cacao has antioxidants and anti-inflammatory properties because it's high flavonoid. Did you see the new coffee shop?
I did, dude. Fucking, that's crazy.
Fuck, but
that's a short amount of time too.
18 days. 18 days they did that, and it was fucking stressful and way more expensive than I expected. But every project like that seems to be like that, I'm learning.
I'm sure.
Blue light blockers. Blue light negatively affects your circadian rhythm, therefore the quality of your sleep in the evening. It hinders your body's ability to produce melatonin. Blue light blockers are specifically designed to block out the blue light. I need to get a pair for my buddy Diaz.
What are they?
Because I know Joe will sit there and open his good eye and just scroll TikTok to the early hours of the morning. I know. I'll get you some blockers, though.
Wait, I don't even understand what the fuck that is, dude. What is
No,
that?
they block the bad blue light that keeps you up, that keeps you up in the night. And if you can get rid of it at a certain point every night, it'll help your body start. All right, it's time to sleep.
What do they mean about the red light? It's like it's an actual red bulb.
There's like levels of lights. There's really high lights here. We'll talk about that one. That one's coming up here. So I'll get Joe some blue light blockers so he's on TikTok. No, you can actually. I'll teach you how to turn your phone to where it blocks the blue light at night. I'll do that first. Okay, sauna. 30 minutes a day in a sauna daily. Relaxation, weight loss, detoxification. If you're a high performer, sauna is a must-have. Improve cardiovascular function. Light therapy. This is for you, for if you live in a place with minimum natural light. It emulates the effects of sunlight. This is the red light therapy. Pain relief, acute and chronic, reduces inflammation, it rejuvenates your skin, muscle recovery, and it helps with testosterone boost. This is what the lights look like. It's like their panel.
No shit, where do you get those?
I'm getting a new one from Mito soon. If you have, I would give you my old one if you'd use it, but if you won't use it, so it's fucking
How
pointless.
do you use it?
You just turn it on.
You can
sit in front of it for a couple minutes. I turn mine on. I have my house set up so at the night when I get home from the gym around 7:38, there's a red light in the bathroom, red light in my shower, and then I have a big panel so it kind of does the whole house. And then in the morning, I usually hit 20 minutes just under it.
Just sitting there?
Yeah. Fucking having a yank. What else here? Sleep cycle. Rather than yanking you from your slumber of specific minute, the app analysis. So you, right now, because you're stressed, you're just not sleeping right now?
Well, yeah, that was last night, but my sleep paralysis I have, it's like Freddy Krueger.
It's got to come from something, right?
Something. I mean, I got a dream catcher that I thought was gonna.
That might help, and that did.
Yeah. I Bugsy and. No, but it's fucking terrifying. If nobody ever had sleep paralysis, I'm sure you guys are like fucking sleep paralysis.
Well, you're scrolling too much, bro.
I do that so I don't go to sleep because I'm afraid because it's when I go to sleep it happens.
What happens when you go to sleep?
I'll fall asleep. I'll wake up. My body can't move. I can see things. My eyes can move, but my body can't because your body, bro. Your brain, it paralyzes you so you don't get up and walk out. But that's
one of the reasons why, like, when you say you're going to go do a boxing match, I'm like, brother.
Yeah, I need to have things on even keel, but anyways, but you see these things I would bet my life was real. Like I see these shadow figures come in, and this one thing gets on fucking chokes me.
Jesus.
And everybody sees the same shit.
No, take a rip at that real quick. So everybody with sleep or paralysis takes they talk about that.
Yeah, they see the same. Like, there's the
same guy,
like the Hat Man. That's called like the old hag that that sits on your chest and chokes you. Like, so I was like, I'm gonna sit on my side and just face Lisa, and then something sat like it was just talking to me. That's terrible. The first time it happened was at a fight.
So AI says how to beat sleep paralysis. There's no proven therapy to stop a sleep paralysis episode, but some things you can try to help you recover more quickly. That would help you. I mean, it's fucking hard for you though because you're crazy. Focus on
wait. Back that up.
No, because you're with your mind. Thinking about you actually having a breathing meditation practice is so not realistic. Okay, so focus on breathing. Take long, deep breaths and try to make a small noise with your breath to help you wake up faster or alert your partner. Make small movements. Try moving a finger or toe, and as the movement starts, the rest of your muscles may respond faster.
That's true. I've been like, move, goddammit, move. I mean, and I bet
it's scary not to panic because
the first time it happened, because I didn't see anything, I just had this ominous feeling. Like I was in the glow of the TV, so I could see like the door was open, just blackness. I'm like, someone's coming in there, and then I'm like, the big thing was terrifying for me. I was 100% positive that someone was out there, and I couldn't move, protect my family. So they're gonna do what they want. And then I started to see things, and then I didn't realize that this is kind of a not really common, but there's other people that have it, and it's just that it's fucking some people put a gun in their head. And it happens.
Yeah, oh, dude, I'm sure. Reassure yourself. Remind yourself that the paralysis is temporary and you're okay. Struggling against this feeling can make your fear response even worse and intensify the hallucination. Try imagery techniques. Picture yourself moving and performing actions like getting out of bed, blah, blah, blah. You can also try to prevent future episodes by improving your sleep hygiene, consolidating your sleep, getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep a day, going to bed and waking up at roughly the same time each day, reducing light exposure at night, like with the blue light blockers, and just putting down the TikTok, it says here.
I sleep in complete darkness. I just lay there anyways.
No, you have that phone on your good eye.
No, I'm in bed. Lisa would fucking slap me.
Oh, she would. Yeah, and you're just jacking off.
The bed's moving. Not now, damn it. When she turns me down, it hurts my feelings. I don't like it.
Sleeping on the side instead of on the back, as the condition is triggered while sleeping on the back for most people. During a sleep paralysis attack, try to stay calm and concentrate on your breathing, understanding this is happening. Release. Understanding what is happening helps release the paralysis faster. Focus on moving one small muscle. Damn, I've never even fucking heard of this.
Dude, you should when you have time, look at like what a sleep paralysis dream looks like.
Sleep paralysis is a feeling of being conscious but unable to move. It occurs when a person passes between stages of wakefulness and sleep. During these transitions, you may be unable to move or speak for a few seconds, up to a few minutes. Some people may also feel a pressure or sense of choking. Sleep paralysis may accompany other sleep disorders such as narcolepsy. Narcolepsy is an overpowering need to sleep caused by a problem with the brain's ability to regulate sleep. And what causes just why or how it happens isn't clear. Researchers believe that sleep paralysis is caused by a disturbed rapid eye movement cycle because it mostly happens as people are falling into or coming out of REM sleep. During that stage, their brains normally paralyze their muscles anyway, so they don't act out their dreams. But during sleep paralysis, the sleeper is awake or half awake and is so aware they cannot move. Studies show that between 25% and 50% of Americans have bad sleep paralysis at least once. Many people who have it also have narcolepsy, in which they fall asleep. Other causes include stress, disrupted sleep schedules. Several studies have also found links between social anxiety or panic disorder and sleep paralysis. Remember your social anxiety, remember?
Oh, is that what it said? Mm-hmm. Yeah, fuck yeah. Well, this is, see the shadow, see, here it comes, that fucking bitch. Dude, it gets on, see, you can feel that.
And what do you say? See, oh, you again.
I can't say, it's just,
oh, and then, but in your mind.
Yeah, like so this thing is it's taller than the door frame. He's got to bend its head to get in. The door can be closed, and for some reason, I don't know what the running.
Fucking jump up, try to question mark, kick it, fall on your ass.
Yeah, you can't go back. If that fucking, and then the old hag that chokes me gets on the bed and see, yeah, and then you see, I'll feel this person's hair on my face when she's choking me.
That's fucking crazy, dude.
But everybody, I mean, I don't see the exact same. The old hag that comes in, and then ancient people that debate this stuff, they think that it's from. I don't know. It's fucking.
Wait, from what?
It's from. They think it's from fucking. They have some, like, they think it's more of like a
spiritual type.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like a demonic entity. But people see the same thing. It's they like the thing choking on you, like old times. They think that it was, it was a demon that would sit on your chest and choke you. They would just sit on your chest and they would just take your air from you. But it's fucking terrifying. Like that video, they had someone running up the stairs. I don't.
You've never seen that bastard run away.
No. I just the guy has his feet sticking out. I'm sure that I just stare right for the fucking when they come in, it's you again. Well,
fuck.
You gotta come in, fucking I'll just tears will drop down my face. No, God, and then
he's gonna fuck me again. That's not funny. It's not fucking funny.
It is. He's gonna fuck me again. It's not the fucking little dick. No,
that's not funny, dude. But, ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys enjoyed that show. And I got a confidential show that comes out every week, and people are loving it. It's the confidential show on patreon.com/RedHawk Academy. And I'm also Snapchatting my days, and I'm also streaming some Call of Duty, RedHawk31 on the Twitch. And that's that. So thanks, Joe, for coming in. Thanks, Nick. Thanks, Garrett. Hit that like and subscribe button. Comment your thoughts below. Love y'all. See you next week. Bye-bye.